Bramo ato omade shema mu nyina ha UTV esuni omamu nsam ne amahodo so de awosemu fo asonso eno ene na awie ye de esomo kasebo ekwan so na eniani mu nsam bi a etodwa ene se Speaker of Parliament e de atodwa se wo hwa afia bato niema ebobo ba no a ehu ni eya na ne yam kura ehhehye no ewon samfoforo mu na JDM fankakra ni de ma NDC amanyokuo no e de atu edwa se wo before manya banwa no etena so a eyade a ye district levels no obehwe se ye benyinya agencies ahodo a wo mu ebe monitor mining activities ewo district levels no na aboa amansamonidie no e de se kwaye no abrase ye be twahu na yakọ NIA omo strike ne yakohwe se ebi ene de adwubre bi aba amomo asan akọ ye omodwuma anase wonom da so gina die gina Adishia wonu wo kodwo ehwon eche se wo mu hu amane papa pa ewo mpatam wo sanse wakwan enya ade a ehon nsem ekoyie ensema foforo bi ka we no ho ene na awie mo sonfo amasa konkumankoma jesi Midday esomo eye this way chocolate drink de ohia eye nso hye afei special drinks ye wo na so to ahodo bebre pebi no nom na aboa amo apomden ho nsem asi eye afei yentinsi ensem no mu ankasa Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Kingsford Sumana Babin Ediatu Ejase. Afia bato no. Yenya kakakra ne edru ho de na so ohwem frama efa no a ne yam hyehye no emu ohu. Enam sa wie so ama wode atodwa se wo mo ebehwe no matonsa afre Electoral Commission afei National Media Commission ene mpanyimfo a won ho ebene yabato ho nsem nyina no mahia atoato adwene na wahwe kwampa obetumi di we afa so sanse tension no a ewo krom no ano odempa.
Honorable members, welcome from a long and eventful recess to the third meeting of the fourth session of the 8th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. Parliament is called upon to consider some critical legislation, motions, agreements, and oversight responsibilities to deepen the democratic culture and to ensure a smooth transition to the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. I have therefore thought it wise to initiate an engagement of this House, led by my good self, with chairpersons of the Electoral Commission, the Media Commission, the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, and the National Commission on Civic Education, to discuss how Parliament could collaborate and work with them to create the right and just environment for free, fair, peaceful, and credible elections. This, I believe, will inspire confidence in the process and faith in our democratic institutions. We will definitely not be doing this alone. We will include the President, the Council of State, the National Security Council, flag bearers, and national executives of various political parties. The security service, particularly the police, and I emphasize, particularly the police. We don't want to see military during election. When there is a need to call them, they will be called. But they should not be at polling or voting centers. The agenda of this meeting, therefore, includes urgent legislations for consideration. These are, and I'll just mention a few, the Affirmative Action Gender Equality Bill 2023. And so we have 19 bills now that are under consideration. There are over 80 bills yet to be presented to the House. These may have to be considered in due course. This meeting is however proposed to end with the month of July unless otherwise decided by the House. So by the end of July, we should be going back on recess. Our citizens deserve better. We all must collectively unite to uphold their rights and safeguard their freedoms.
Majority leader Onimonyamfo Alex Afenyo Markin ediatu edwase wono masetena wabe eyade a wo mo behwe na wo mo standing committee no wo mo achichechichem bi wo ho ayede bi beka bi ho bi so ba be hye biase na aboa mo standing orders no wo mo atumi aye nsakraya hodo ewo mo se wo hwe ne se finance sector se ya wo mbenya finance committee na wo masanya economic committee ya wo mo nyina be dwumadie no mbedi abom de na so committee no e ba be ye mienu ewo ho se de be amu dwumadi a wodie no etumi aye contemporary so na defense and interior committee no so woso wonom ebechem ama say intelligence committee aba beka eho na aboa na dwumadi ni nyina akọ wano.
I commend the Parliamentary Press Corps for their consistent coverage of the business of the House. Mr. Speaker, the sacrifice and dedication of your good self and officers of parliamentary service in ensuring that the House is able to perform its constitutional mandate is worth commending, and I take this opportunity to extol you for your patriotism. Mr. Speaker, we have as much as 24 bills that have been referred to committees. Again, Mr. Speaker, we have statutory report that ought to be laid and considered by the House. Upon my count, we have 11 of these. Mr. Speaker, looking at the above business and others waiting to be programmed, my colleagues will agree with me that we have a Herculean task ahead of us in this third meeting of the fourth session. Mr. Speaker, we are all beneficiaries of democratic governance, and it is incumbent upon us to ensure its sustenance and continuity, and this can only be achieved by engendering the trust and confidence of the populace in the process. Democracy has brought so much benefit to this country, and that I expect that every well-meaning Ghanaian citizen will strive to protect and ensure the peace and harmony we enjoy today is sustained for tomorrow. Mr. Speaker, admittedly, any opposition party may decide not to agree with the ruling party, and our democracy is no exception to this development. Nonetheless, even in our disagreements, we must put the welfare and well-being of our people first and eschew any act that will deny our people the benefits they are likely to gain from our work as parliamentarians, which is our ultimate duty. We must understand that no parliament can operate without cooperation and consensus building, and these must be our guiding principles. Whether in opposition or in government, democracy is supposed to yield positive dividends to the people, and we, as elected representatives, have a key role to play in this regard. We must therefore live up to our responsibility. Thus, as a result of the standing orders that we adopted, there will be the need for us to reconstitute committees of parliament. Leadership has put its heads together, and very soon I'm sure that we would lay before this House the new committees for us to proceed to do our work as a House. We may have challenges as a country, Mr. Speaker, but it is possible to traverse, remain strong, and come out as a people and keep our democracy.
Yada su jinamu ewa mrashebe jofie ho na minority chief whip ye onimunyan for governance Kwame Agboza wono enede atu edwase eye ne sere wote ho ana ase obi nunu no sa ben asa dane ne ho amasoafo ohwe akwantempo ho nsem so de abase wono mo san edi roto no asa babiem na sa wo yi aban na wo si gina ne wanto obo ase ensi anhwehwe na fane afa ansa no wasi gina ye na adi mirika tente eko twa roto mu na kwansi wo san dane ho sa wo de ba na ne se ho panti na wo de ba na omhu osrepa NPP diagro.
That is quite an interesting position of the current road minister. In fact, is it not the case that he was part of cabinet when the decision was taken to suspend the collection of tolls, and when Mr. Speaker and all of us drew the attention that that singular action was illegal, they told Mr. Speaker to go to the toll booths and collect the tolls himself if he likes. This is just a testament of a government that is wayward, lost touch, and doesn't know what they want. Today, a cabinet minister or cabinet took a decision to suspend the collection of toll as a propaganda to foist e-levy down the throat of Ghanaians. We are paying e-levy today. They want to take more money from you, so they are coming back to condemn each other to say that they want to collect tolls. The entire government is condemned. They cannot pick and choose who is upright in the government. So we wait. We have been consistent saying that there was no need to suspend the collection of tolls. So Ghanaians can see which part of the political divide can be trusted, is consistent with policies in this country. And obviously, the MPP's record of being straight and fair to Ghanaians has been called into question so many times. So I wish them well in an attempt to determine which of them is not serious according to the road minister. When they find all those who are not serious with governance, we will then tell them that the entire bunch is not serious about governance.
Franka Kredi dema NDC amanyoko no Yera John Dramani Mahama woni empanyufo ye a wono edi former gudie etuo ho edwa no ehia na ode ato wono nim se wonya ome abanwane tena so ebiewa a wo behwe ese district levels no benyinya agencies a wono behwe na wode wani edi eche na bibia nkoba se agise frikasiem gise frinkran ene asoa asojafo ana memama amoma kobom pempe ewo yakwaya hodonim se de be ya obi nse no
Omabeyida da John Dramani Mahama NDC amayukoni Frank Kreni echira no wose senyameye na dom no obabeye omampanyina obehwe amamrem adwuma dwumedie gyehye no afane tuma pefra na wono mo se fatase mo mutumi krata so mo ye amrem adwuma ne de bema wo mo na nkofa galamse ama na mfa ahoche ne wo hawo ameja Ghana foso odinse we nyada tudwa ebra wone wono mo ka biewum e wo mining sector na se amrem adwuma yemu ehiemu eje o madweno po na wagina so ede acho NDC amayukoni manifesto no
see a processing no na easier licensing process na easier enti ye pese the licensing no back to the doorsteps of the districts where mining is taking place enti nyaka say ye be decentralize minerals commission offices no ye name districts are mining ekosowo. We know all the districts where there is mining going on. And in each of those districts, you better set up Minerals Commission office. And yet, because office and so set up office, and who you say Obebabe sit down and son will be your office. A dime of what you beat me a rent na ya set up Minerals Commission office or Omo Moshe sa na Forestry Commission, Environmental Protection Agency, Minerals Commission, Ubia Nejuma Efa mining home. District Bia mining or BSA office or home. Na yenya Minerals Commission officer Oteho, Environmental Protection Agency officer Omunyinate ho. Enti bibia ehia about your sector. And who ya say obefa ka aba and crying. And san wait me solve. And one is our call district Minerals Commission office. Now only on Makoka. Bibia was so muyebia no my nature say wakotoa with Jumaso. And you will decentralize the agencies and put them at your doorsteps. Send a beya, ebema, mojuma, no, aye easier. Also be on the bear responsible for licensing. And to apply for a concession, I'll be apply for a district. And the process is no home. But the final approval, of course, will go to headquarters. Eba, license, no license, no and to make the licensing less complicated. Senebeya obiabitimi enya ejumani biya here.
Ochiremu se enam amanyosem ayede rewura amramodwuma na se mining sector ni mu no enam so amadwuma no ayeden wo bo behwe ama we nyada afiri ho.
Ade ba ko ama sector no asay any politicization of the sector. Abra yewa bemu, it had nothing to do with politics. Na obiya ye ejumani bi se oye investor na wo pesa wo ye mining na wo apply for small scale license and yen hwe nipa wo ye ansa ne approve license na mam and so send ya minua kan no enne so de akoye koko football wonu anima yen pass ma wo ye hwe nipa wo ye any party a wo som ne sa ne ma ansa na yama license anase yama akwenya say also koye adwuma ni bi enti e ba sa de ne betwam agode ne ye Ghana fo nyina dia enti obia etimi nya homfaso, and anybody who does it is doing it for the good of the country, because bibi obenya bia e ade a oba invest e wo Ghana se hohoba na ye the concessions no ma omo a se omunya homfaso a around this time April May hono that time no omo repatriate profits, you apply for repatriation of profits enti oba o say o profit amenya ni $3 million me pese me de mi komi krom enti odi komi krom a sika no koye adwuma woni krom entra Ghana ha enti e o se ye boa se ne be ya moso mo adwuma be koso na Ghana enya homfaso.
Ora John Dramani Mahama okra Frank Adema NDC amanyokuo esan editudwa ese yade a wodi dwumadie bi ebeba ye friend reclamation bond ye no no kwaye ne ye nsuo no asesei na wonum a etu agudie wotuwi a no wagya ne saa no ebesi omkwan emo nkoso ntumi ense kwaye ne nsuo no
epese mining districts ni nyina ye serious afforestation works and be reclaiming lands no enti idea yane international donors and young kasa yesika yenye free industry no bi want to reinvest it in afforestation and reclamation enti mif sika omunya every year you betwa sika ni bi for afforestation na ohwe oko amanonia. Most of those countries, because of climate change, near a friend of green climate funds, they are willing to lend for that kind of work. And every year, see in Msikato doa ibenya, yabe high boys, no yabe employ yomo, near momo rain boots, ya momo bibi and huya bobo ya yabe yes seedlings a momo. Na bibi a mining district, a hoa sabia, ya the umbeko normal yujuma. It will be a form of employment for them. So that apart from gold mining, on the afforestation side, reclamation side also, you employ boys and girls. Senebaya omsombenye juma aya omo ebitimi ashe omo.
Yeko omai mrashe bedwafie na minority no na wonomo ede ensem bi aba ya wo se wonomo esre Ghana for ene Ghana de hye nyina se eda ye di owura ato forcing eye ambulance asenie no akwa no sada no mrashe bedwam asetena no wo mo edom kuma na nyade a wonom ebeba na die nti a wo mo mane se wonomo ena anu dini ene owura ato forcing enti se wonu ni ho a na efie na setena ne niam ombadwendwen ho no esinto beba mu kakra eno nti wo mo pese wo mo di wo mo do enyina akokota nachi emu wo hu ne se wota nachi enti saada no de wo mo esre adaroma enya de a wo no mo ebeba abeboa emrahye bedwadwumadie ama akoso sanse damu ni nyina ene owura no ekodi ewo court wo ne senti wo mo nsoso ba setena ebeye wo no adwuma enya de a ebeyeye enti wo mo akokota nachi na mo ahwese de asenie no ebesi akosanse wono enna eda wom ano
NDC Minority Caucus will only be available for the business of Parliament after proceedings of the court have ended on the days scheduled for the hearing of the ongoing ambulance case trial. The decision comes on the back of the refusal of the presiding High Court Judge, Justice Efia Sewa Asarebuche Mrs., to grant a request from the lawyers of the minority leader for a leave of the court to enable him continue. And the trial judge will not accept this reasonable request. You will notice that there are days he went to Parliament, he went to court, and even came back and sat at the front to do business. We are talking about a concern of a judge consistently denying reasonable request for the minority leader to perform his duties as the leader of the minority in Parliament, and we think this is not right. NDC Minority Caucus further reserves the right to apply all other tools available to us and in any form to approach business on the floor.
Ya konsamfo from abedwekuo bi efri Kenya abepiemu wo man Ghana Council of Governors and afa city managers and technical experts na wonom se kwan Ghana ye de afidie fa so ye krakra no ewura ye rubber de ye enuane kwan fa so yam no siesie no wonom ani asopa ya wonom kono wo kwa kosua wo se need to so hwe Jospon group of companies wonom ahuni die emfidie a wode aba wode yam afidie na ohunu se tutu obi entu na akwakowura obi efie ena de yade so abreno.
His Excellency Ahmed Abdullahi wono country governor afenso vice chairperson Council of Governors Kenya Memo one edi ne fefo enima ne fu 5 days aprobono omode ahyehyɛ so omonate sie nada ene se ekwan a Jospon group of companies faso ekrakra enwura no omo eba abehwe asua na omodi akomukrom akwakoye adwuma. Ebra wakasa no si ahonidie senkaye a ewo Ghana ha se no agentire ha ekọ akiri papa enu enti ena Kenya mampanyini asomo muso mumra emesua ekwan ye faso eye no number esumo se Jospon group of companies ni di enimu ma ne koso enu enti ena omo ne omo eba bedi kasubom.
How Ghana through Jospon group has been able to do waste management in a way that's value adding, the management of both liquid waste and solid waste, as well as plastic waste. And we've seen the receiving centers and the concept of youth entrepreneurship around these receiving centers. We've seen the separation that is done here, what they're able to process at this plant, and the production of the pellets of plastic, which then moves for processing by the plastic companies. So and the fact that this is all being done in-house in an area that is very clean and does not make life unbearable for the surrounding communities. So this being done by an African company in Africa, I think is something to learn from. And we're all trying to do waste management in line with the current standards, but it's good to get to benchmark to see what Ghana has been able to do and what we can learn from each other. And I think that's why we are here.
Jospon Kenya project mo lupenyina wada no Peter Dagaju ono so ekasa cheche dwumadie no ani so ne kwanya mo faso a omoye omo adwuma.
The focus is on the downstream side of the value chain, where we can add value to waste that is generated in Kenya, to treat the plastics, to do organic compost production, and also find other ways to add value to other materials that we can recover from the waste in Kenya. We are looking at the whole value chain, includes wastewater as well. So they'll be visiting some of our wastewater treatment plants in Accra and Kumasi. From here, we'll be going to the sewage systems, Ghana Limited, where we have a 3,000 cubic meter per day treatment facility for wastewater. We'll look at the processes, how we can replicate similar processes in Kenya, and also look at how we are adding value to the byproducts of the systems that we are operating here in Ghana. So these are some of the things. Look at how we can add value to some of the byproducts of our operations.
Ekuo bi ayi wono muti a ofre wono icons for Dr. Baumia wo se wombota ye nyina ne se wo ba beboa ama Dr. Baumia agitumi de afri nanado ensem asan ama NPP edinkunimbi.
Be an icon for Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Nafa campaign no personal. Nafa hu shem, nafa hu din shem, nafa usika shem. Ma campaign no enya udadwen. Bibia obe bia edwom na uko, kaimu na utio, station wo, ehimfa wo. Every time no, bo MPP hu dewo. Nyuma pa bebre wo ho MPP aya. O start say o kan ho asem kwa. You need hours to talk and finish talking. And see any so as icons a pese ye de kwa pro e wo the whole Ghana no bia ehu MPP juma ya campaign one ye no ye ntwen just some few weeks to election me sorry waka gidi. This is the time. Yeah, sorry flag bearer and me no ka say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, His Excellency or Kumasi yes say wakra ye bojuma ye regional reps structures a obia no omso mu ye juma say ni na ye no wonso na we so ha then MPP ye win election no anisa
over education we have performed better. Over infrastructure we have performed better. Over roads we have performed better. Me say one district one factory is ongoing. Where me say agenda 111 empo yenwe is not completed yet, but most of the projects no ya sha say enchebe me say onim ambulance system said about Ghana for timamufo ambulance amba anka ye COVID-19 bank for be wo kruma say because the ambulance system was so bad and then aba amene timamufo watom me say o hwe eniama pa ye dey go abema and then hwe Accra Kumasi road MPP aban by year 2008 ye kodu ho from year suhum to Apaja Junction. It took NDC 8 years so many MPP by year completed that project and then we pokwase to a year and so ye kwan ye 5 lane here 5 lane 10 lanes unprecedented in Ghana. We are Ghana your roads are being better and the road sector we have performed better than the NDC. But sector by sector we have performed better than the NDC. So what is the alternative? The alternative is nothing. The alternative is nothing. It's your best Timoni baby so be sorry no can Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and some panachubi no ba to abano 7 December let's me break it and
you say yanim say hashipo but Ghana fonso nim say MPP and a party a betumi ama Ghana agina ne naso 8 years to me money Dr. Mahmoud Baumia aye who there look at the digitization I Echebiano Uber passport and you Uber transfer now fill form unko the American system ayehunu ebi na wa try say the beba nti say amanya akwanya amana ambeji sti anankuta and the man anymore ye be den na say juma wa ye di ahia ase bia ndu be bia e be den e be to aso anything na Ghana for e wo rehwemu e wo nimu say the first time I ever set in history say Kremoni adi Christopher mine so because usual Christians a majority and I come for a minority, but the Christians are believe in him.
Chartered Institute of Market Ghana wonomo ada wabaso body adwumadi aya wodie ne fe toso aduasa enum edi ewo enkran ha na wo se eye National Marketing Performance Award ebeboa amu adwumadi a wodie no watimi abo ho so
ye share mo ha ebedi adwumadi mienu first ye launch 35th CIMG Annual National Marketing Performance Awards. Awards yesha siebe mfie eduasa en9 ne num na yekoi. Nti the launch is here na de toso eduasa enum. To say the 31st CIMG Annual National Marketing Performance Awards. Afi bia no ye media launch. Na ya bo Ghana fo nyina nkaye say awards no ya hyasia no nti ya bie nominations ya launch ni say na say ya bie nominations nti enyuma enkuokuo ene ankwanko bia opese oye entries no obehwe national dailies mo na say ko one crater mu na wa hwe category wo company no na say or personality brand e wo no na what submit entries until a shortlisted no na see evaluation na at the appropriate time no ansa na fi bebe wie no ni aye awards na nkasa awards ni de no senior ye be ya unse o ye adwuma na se obia enhwe ne wo ye na obia ntumi ma wa baso a ya wa ba mutumi bu nti ye hwe se oba Ghana na ofa insurance companies e wo ha nyina ya be wie se adwumadi a awards na baba no ya be yi company baako a yes sa company no na ye best announcer marketing oriented insurance company ye be yi omom ye banking ye be yi telco for ye be yi hospitality for and this industry be a wo no Ghana ye betumi enya best marketing company in that industry.
Today marks a significant milestone in our collective journey towards projecting Ghana as a country of choice for tourism, economic development, knowledge, innovation, and progress. The RBI Coffee Table publication is a culmination of tireless dedication, intellectual curiosity, and a shared passion in showcasing the potential of all 16 regions in Ghana. For us at CBG, we are excited to be part of this laudable initiative to produce a resource that investors, visitors, and travelers worldwide can use as a guide to navigate Ghana using data surveyed by the team of experts and researchers. We believe that this comprehensive report will not only showcase the diverse attractions and opportunities in Ghana, but also promote sustainable tourism and investment in the country.
Yeah, call atwe mantamu ni enua bema ajiri akodi enkomo na ensem bi a abetodwa ene se NPP amanyokuo ma ewo ho abosudwetire yese transfer of vote no ebimu baase nkofo de omako constituency bi amoma kochomudin aye bibi nwonwonan na yenua bema yi ebechemu bema na otime nka mo ha o
Mejodo when you be here.
Chazaji boyemu say na transfer of votes no pinche be na de aba hwan mo na eba senkofo na hwan mo na ebo sudweti
Jo when you be here no transfer of votes here ye nyinara ye rehwe nyem de obiara be ye no asudwie mu no say ebobo pemu wo oye atoyemanto ma ha the regional capital oye Takrade obono bia kofuko wokoko church wodin ana wokoko ye damo transfer no hono wokoko ye no oye Vodafone EC office ho ukona wokoko ye na from kwesimintin the efie kumafu nyinara ho na wokoko ye there wo register na wasan wo ye transfer no hono wo ye na ne pin na yet the pintin bi kakra akodo ho na yoko kodru na police for ajepan wa abopan ewo ho na yoko kebishe na wacha de MPP for the 10 KB kofu gum ma wode akwa ekosi ho de nkofo mesen na won konko church won konko transfer wo vote na won tumuntu aba ewe efia constituency na kosimtim constituency na eyi na NDC for na oye observers wo bi na wase da bita se wo be da ma de na power mo panda no no wo Bia wobafa na waka from course na wadu wana abada was one transfer vote one from there wobaye na NDC for no say ehwe funi na ebo de bebregu oye police for no we ni ma police for no ajeban de wala ma won kwana ma bontum womba ho eyi mna no yet na ma na doma wana wode bas de be si wode one to mon san no one kon transfer wo vote no no whether was son woeful car no whether one or back because police for no edge band there one move biala pan no biala at the bus then for far baby one wa the to my person na akwa transfer so bi opedo ye transfer no na ranka sentini fie no bra ebe eyi baba asankofo no de be so eyi baba asankofo na wada be be si wade ori ye wa kodododo ewo western region hanchi eyi nkutende say be 1.5 hours na dem pinten no kwa no be try but since am you look at say on the police for no amakwanma aye ahofo onyi de wo baba transfer wo go to no wa mo kwam wan unity sesi awade asomje abawa both NDC na MPP awo efia yes
mo eba be transfer vote no unya obi ne kasa ye enwo kire de enti a ye de omgu bass nim na bia kro no wo mu jeje ntoboa na omu ha bass se ye koyie vote aba ha na se ne sen ho nti na omba ye munya bi ne omu kasa
yo onwa na ye wondi nkobon de true ban de no na ehwa oye eko efia constituency dodo na ye nyim de district ye efia kuma na MPP candidate or de no wato oye damo special bus pia oye constituency nala executive no wadre ye damo up and down wadre ye ti damo bus na wadre call round the pack of fan for that one remember ye one transfer will go to the pay ya NDC for no gina mutin shine there never so be ye na transfer of voter nanka sambra papa what the bus somebody
yada se minu abema ne wa mane bo ebusia de ekoso wa toema ntamu afia ene ne mpotam na wa boyen amane no na yenhwe NIA ebusia eho enso ensem na wono ede betu dwase se de adwumayfo no mu nkwa adwuma sanse de odwumani ye adwuma sese ne nsaka no wo mo nsanka nti wo ba ye wo NIA kada wo baba na table si ho nkonwa wo konso nipa ente ho eno so ye hwese akwa kosisei na yeni yenu abema no ebeto aso Charles o ahama so
mo wado papa bi desia
hoso wa bompepa twa mfoni mayen
yo said by NIA aye officer or regional officer or tafada board or SIC building na fitin bra oboto gbade woko aye strike there wari ye edwumedi odi de enwa edi chirara na na pay na mesa no mko hoda mero kohwe mokwe no still akoma wono office no watuma workers no 1 year edwuma na mokwe kodu wo menye bisa ma oye mu strange kakra ye there machines na owo there owo office ho na wadi ye edwuma ye hu the machine we yini na refi office ho a wadi over na be say within the week in the day no wa san wadi machines no they aba we the wardrobe office wo na so yedu wo no school fu bia vocational school bia water kwade ha abebe pay what there one day onam the wo board nti news na da okodo be yi want bi nti wo ba wada wo ba wetuta no kwa koto papa penyin bi so no sufi anaje eba oyeta kwade NIA office wo so there no so ba register no so do one or there wa to office no ma no so when to one register into Miola say I had a so better and then Miola say NIA one office and won't to me won't be ya was strike and world channel.
Sajin etwamfoni de akye na ye bohwini akọ Sean ye wo enkran ha man saman kwantempone so ade che wo ho e na ebosudwete ni titiri oba ahema ne omanfo se wonu makwanye nti o sempanyumfo se so ka Ghana ho de a o meye ma wo
ufi amasama na wo ba in fact udu kojo ashon ahase ya senior bridge na ye no ehu makaka sebiota frache mama ya fi graphic plan ya betwa nso still aye hu na senior aye no ehu miso me yo hima wo kromu ha ye kojo ashon na senior aye no yesra ban pa na ban behwe na omu aye because the way aye no ehu ena ne tosu mienu so kwan no so se wo fi amasama na wo ba eno so enyenyenyenyenyenyenyenye yesra ban na ban be hye kakra because ye bre e wo kromu ha
ye kwan yi de enye kra mo hwe ye chi he ya ye ti ha nsu ato na nso mo de anwen bi begu ha so mo ye ha amaye ene ye gya gu ho ya sise ya ye ti he e kwan na si nti entumi nkofi ena si ye fi ha kra na ye pese ye kwa adwuma ye di don hwe mienu ene ekire fi se me na masa man kwan no ye nsuo to a yentumi mfa ho ekire ha soso a ye fa ha Cotway Junction me pamocho so mahu a eno soso esu etutututu enti no bedu ha asa na bedu ho no na wo ka na se nyina eni mu nyina etutu
mon kantra ban se ye hia se umbe bridge no enti sa edu election mo bia ma e mo bia nsi aso be campaign wa especially MPP aban
e get tashkano o tashkano ale na kashkafo je le watashin shika ole shika elo fekete esia kema ku fado me tuo no akela keshi wo keke wa fe bridge feke be ke jama se ma ko ya be na taxi here 10 cedi toto here 9 cedi no ni 10 cedi emi ofe ya ka 20 Ghana bridge ko here wo ya ko ba ko here shika bo ya won pa fa wa
ekwan ni de enye kra on se wo free amasama ba pothole nkwa ena sa bridge we no cars akese na fa so ena bridge no susu no kofom enti sanyame ambemu a ka akese first na eye accident kese pa beba
enukra ni nyame ni bridge ni de jeri na be ye ache so many years ye bi mu de ha na ye wuye ye nimbibia na nso na tipa fo no mu ha adwen tipa fo no mu fa so dodo omo ana omo asanse bridge no free my bay time omo no be ye company we friend my bay omo no mu ye enti ye bre ye sra ban se ye panacho ye bridge ni de nye tipa fo no ya stop am omo sa omo be so omo gina ye sre
obi a wonsem go bie a o hwe na se obetimi aboa ya o de ekwa we be ye keke efama ye na bridge we bridge a in fact eso na senate no o hwe o de enche anwaka ba wetwam ewo ekwa we so bridge we so na wahu senia ebesi adede afa ye sere mpanyifo ba ye sere mu motofo etwam ebetimi fa 3 4 5 omonyina etwam huma ye ye sere mu
ka oje amasama ni o bakoju ashon bia ni o ba yan ke 10 minutes acho no o ba ye more than 1 hour in lakabo ne ye mbobo ni kajo kwa bridge na epo de nche ko ba acho no kala le po ye gbeye ni o jaso npa fai ni akwa ahawo e ye mbobo kajo ba je amasa no bakoju ashon kaje 3 junction ka ba cho achiama doblogo no kwashukuma adema dano ba sha koju ashon ja o sese ya gbolebo e ye mbobo
Dobrogo no amasama mpotem ho de yenim boni aya ye yesrem monhwe na monye yenso ye kwan ama ye bini yeso ye ka Ghana ho ye home so tiawa ne atonkra na abusua ye ba bongo di farade agudie mu nsem a waboabo ano no ebeto aso na ye kai mo se NIA Labor Commission empanyufo ani omu edi ehye nti anwumre kase ebomu no se wo mbeto a wo mu etuatie no so wo mu nto aso no ye de ni nyina ebeso mo yadamose